Deleuze's The Problem of Knowledge and the Problem of Ethics explains how David Hume changes the way we think about the mind, knowledge, and morality. Hume's ideas are very different from traditional philosophy because he starts from a simple observation. When we are born, our mind is not a finished, stable self. Instead, it is just a messy, chaotic collection of thoughts, feelings, and images that come and go. There is no inner structure. The main question for Hume is not how do we find the truth, but how does this chaotic mess turn into an organized thinking person? Deleuze says this change happens from the outside. It is driven by human nature itself through basic principles like association. For example, our minds naturally connect things that are similar, things that are near each other, or things that we have seen happen together in the past. These natural laws act like a force that organizes our random ideas into habits, expectations, and beliefs. This leads to the problem of knowledge. Traditional philosophy often asks how we can know things as they really are, but Hume changes the focus to belief. When we see fire and feel heat, we are not seeing a secret truth inside the fire. We are simply used to seeing these two things happen together. After many repetitions, our imagination forms a habit. We believe that the fire will cause heat again. So, for Hume, knowledge is not a deep intellectual discovery, it is a practical habit of the mind. The human mind becomes a proper subject when it becomes a system of these habits and expectations. Deleuze also shows that the problem of ethics works in the exact same way. He argues that morality is even more important to Hume than knowledge. Just as the mind has no natural logical structure, it also has no natural moral structure. People are not born with a sense of fairness or a love for all humanity. Instead, we are driven by strong personal feelings and passions. Our natural sympathy is very limited. We care most about ourselves, then our family, and then our close friends. We don't naturally care about strangers. So, the problem of ethics is not about controlling or suppressing our bad passions, it is about extending our narrow sympathies to include more people. Because our selfish passions cause conflict when we fight for money, resources, and status, society has to invent rules and systems. These are artificial creations like laws of justice and property. These rules do not change human nature. We are still selfish, but they create a wider artificial space where our passions can be safely satisfied without destroying the community. Knowledge and ethics are built in exactly the same way. In both cases, the human subject is not a natural gift we are born with, it is something we create over time. In knowledge, our imagination uses habit to connect separate ideas and form beliefs. In ethics, our imagination uses social institutions to connect us to others and form a working society. In both, we take something chaotic and narrow and through outside forces transform it into something stable and useful.